Hey, it's Honey, and guess what? I have another fabulous guest, but of course, this one is coming from my favorite co-host, Bronson Culver, who we all know and love from Brutal Arts. So if you have seen any of my podcasts where he has been my co-host, you know he always finds phenomenal people to bring on to my podcast. And tonight is another one of those kind of things. Cute guy, actor. You've probably seen him in some movies. So hang on to your hat. Don't touch that bat channel because I'm going to be right back with a great guest. Let's have some fun. Hey, it's Honey Gregory, and we are back with amazing guests as always here on my double duty perpetual learning and Honey Goes to the Drive-In. And of course, I have my wonderful friends, Brandy in the background doing all the tech, and Bronson Culver. So, Bronson, who do you got today?
This is Ryan Mccrory, actor, writer, producer, founder of Blue Lion Pictures, and because of my own personal background, my favorite thing, stuntman.
Ooh, my favorite thing. He's a cutie. Woo.
Oh,
Girls, be careful now. Watch out, girls. Watch out, ladies. Wow. Well, that's quite an introduction. I was looking you up, and you are an amazing young man. I can't believe all the stuff you've done. That's pretty fantastic. So I can't wait to hear all about it.
Well, I hope I have more to do. So
well, you just started. You just got started. It's all good. All right, Bronson, go ahead.
Well, Ryan, if you just want to start and go back to where it all started and kind of tell us how it came to this point, any details or cool stories you want to tell about how this journey came to where it is now, man?
Okay. Well, then I'll sort of give the rundown, I guess, of how I got into acting and then filmmaking. So in high school, I went to a small private school and they were doing a musical. And as most small private schools, the problem they run into a lot is they don't have enough guys to do the school musical. And so I got roped into, some of my buddies were doing it and they were like, hey, we just need more guys. They were doing Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which has the 12 brothers. So they need a lot of guys. They were like, Ryan, come through. It'll be fun. And I was like, oh, why not? I just looked at it kind of as an opportunity to hang out with my friends. And that was really my first like taste into acting. And so I really enjoyed that. That got me into theater. And then through theater, I met some other actors and they were like, hey, come be on this indie short film set with us. And it was kind of like that, like word of mouth and just trying new things. And I thought, you know, I really enjoy this. So when I graduated college, I got my degree in theater. I decided I've enjoyed theater, but I want to give this film thing a try because I just done a little bit at the time. And from there, I got my first agent and I booked a commercial like right after college. And I thought, this is it. My life is about to take off. I'm going to work all the time. And then it was like crickets for a long time.
Yes.
as most people know,
yes.
in the biz. And so from there, I was like, well, I don't want to just sit around and do nothing. And I met with a few casting directors and people, and the big thing is, oh, well, you need a reel. And I said, well, how am I going to get a reel? And so then I started writing some scenes to shoot with some friends. They were pretty terrible. They never saw the light of day. But then from there, I thought, well, maybe if I write a whole story, like a short film, that might be easier than just a scene with no context. And then from there, I got into filmmaking. So it was just sort of like just a slow evolution of like trying something, thinking I like it, and then trying to do more of it. And then so in 2020, I opened my own indie production company, Blue Lion Pictures, which we're coming up on 5 years. January. Thank you. And yeah, I'm just trying to always learn and improve. And I'd like to think that hopefully I'm just at the beginning of a long career.
Well, of course you are. That's where it starts. But, you know, you have to give yourself a lot of props because a lot of people would just gone, oh, it's something I want to do, but they wouldn't have tried anything. And they certainly wouldn't have gone the extra mile and started a production company and writing their own material. I remember those days when they were like, oh, you need a book, you need a reel. And I'm like, I just walked in the door. I just got this idea. I don't even know how to do that. And, you know, you can either walk away and go, I'm defeated because I don't know what to do. Or you can get creative like you did which says a lot about your character. That this is what you wanted and you found a way to do it. So yay for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're on the right track.
Well, thank you. No, I really appreciate that. It also came from a place of like, I felt I wasn't getting to audition for the types of roles I wanted to like portray. And so I thought also with the filmmaking from the acting standpoint, it's like I could write cool characters because like Bronson was talking about, I do martial arts. And so it was kind of like no one was going to call me and just be like, hey, Ryan, I want you to star in this action movie. We think you'd be great. If I had no experience.
Right.
So I was like, I have to show people like what they're getting, I guess.
Right. No, you're exactly right. You're on it. Yeah. So are you a black belt?
No, but I've been doing Shaolin Kung Fu for almost 6 years now.
Wow.
Thank you. I started in 2018, and that was kind of off of a whim. I felt like an extracurricular. I was trying to stay in shape, and I had some buddies that did martial arts, and I thought, well, this sounds neat. And Kung Fu was just off a chance. I was a big Bruce Lee fan, and I'm Googling martial arts schools in the Memphis area.
Yep.
And Bei Shaolin Kung Fu Institute had like really good reviews, and I thought, oh, I'll give this a try. I went and did the free class, and I signed up for a year, like on the spot, just to go all in.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it ever since. And I guess that's what I do most of is Chinese martial arts, but I wouldn't say I'm like a master. And because I've moved around a little bit, I don't have a black belt at like one school, but I've trained with a lot of different masters.
It's all good. I got a purple belt in Taekwondo. I've got to go back. I got COVID back a couple years ago, and it really hit me hard. I had it for a year. So
nice. I love those Taekwondo kicks.
Yeah. I got to go back. Probably like starting all over. What about you, Bronson? You got any martial arts skills?
I trained when I was very, very young with a gentleman that I think learned everything from Kung Fu magazines. I don't think he really trained, but I decided to train. Oh gosh, I was probably 7 or 8. I started with Tiger style. So he had me following this. I mean, this kid wasn't that much. I mean, he was probably 10, 12 years older than me. But he literally had me attacking trees. He was trying to say, look, you've got to be able to condition your fingers so they can claw through this and claw people. I don't know. But some of the moves he taught me actually worked. I actually incorporated them into the wrestling. So, and I did have very tough into my fingers for a couple of years when I was a kid, and it did help me in a lot of school playground altercations. So, and I did I've done some odd things for comedy with Kung Fu, especially in wrestling. When one time me and my wife had to wrestle each other, and I started the whole
and she
match.
beat you up, didn't she? Brandy got you. She did. She threw you down. She threw you down, man.
Hell yeah, but but I incorporated a little Kung Fu in that. I'm a big Kung Fu martial arts fan, always have been.
Yeah, I love Bruce Lee.
74, and
I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan. That's
kind of the era. So, and I've got some. Don't forget, honey, last 5 minutes, I've got questions for our guests, like always.
Okay, well, ask some of them. Get going. Don't wait till the last minute.
I always wait till the last minute.
I know, and then you don't have enough time. So get after it.
Well, hold on. Now, Blue Lions won some awards recently, right?
Well, so we just had a film premiere on YouTube. It's a proof of concept short called Bloodline, and we got I didn't have a cocktail, but I have tea. I didn't, so I
only have water today. I got to work out still. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bronson told me that I had to have a drink, so I was like, all right.
Well, we usually have a cocktail, but I didn't have any, and I was like, I'm gonna go work out a little bit. So, oh well.
Yeah, I see you're showing off the guns right now.
Oh, yeah, some granny guns there.
Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. The Bloodline. It just premiered on YouTube on our Blue Line Pictures YouTube channel, and recently it won a Remy Award, I think they called it, at the Houston World Fest Film Festival.
Oh.
And so that was very exciting. We're still waiting to hear back from a few other festivals that hopefully we'll get to attend and showcase the film.
Nice. So at Blue Lion, you are producer, writer, actor.
Yes, it's just kind of a vehicle right now. I mean, I'd love it if it grew into like a legitimate production company where like I could produce things on a large
Mhm.
scale. But right now, with the level it's at, it's just what I define as a Blue Line Pictures film is a film that I have either produced, directed, or written. And
So I
then
was looking on IMDb. So you got Bloodline, Fist of Fortune. Was it Shaolin Blues? No Angels in the Shops of Men, Shapes of Men,
Shape
and
of
so
Men.
on. There was like several of them. It looks like you've been busy.
Thank you. We've shot 7 short films so far,
Wow.
and the next one is going to come out online hopefully in September. I have a screening. It's called Takeout. It's an action comedy film. We're doing a screening in Los Angeles on August 10th, and then one in Memphis on August 26th. So Bronson, if you want to come out, you're more than welcome to.
So all this is in. So this is all in out in California, where you're doing
Well,
all
so-
this.
I'm from Memphis originally, and then I moved to LA in 2022, which was a terrible time to move. With just like it was post-COVID, so there was that was still lingering, and then the writer's strike happened. So like nothing was happening in town, and I was like, well, I was really excited and optimistic, but unfortunately, I don't know if like it was the smartest move. And so when time came to renew my lease, my roommates were like, "Hey, we're not going to renew the lease." And I had a friend back in Memphis that was saying, "Hey, I need a roommate." And so I actually just moved back to Memphis this year.
Well, good for
So
you. There's a lot
kinda-
going on in Tennessee. A lot. There's a whole
Oh
lot
yeah,
going on in
especially with
Tennessee.
Nashville, like
Yeah.
it's blowing up.
Yeah, I think you did the right thing. LA's just
Well,
gotten a little odd right now.
And you
Yeah.
said there's one premiere in LA and there's going to be one in Memphis on August 26th, correct?
Yes, on the 26th.
Okay.
Where
at?
at?
Memphis.
I'll send it to you. It's at Malco Studio on the Square.
Dang, I wish it was
awesome.
in Nashville. I could go if it was in Nashville. That's close.
Honey, where are you located out of?
I'm in Indiana, Southern Indiana.
Oh, nice. Are you a Fever fan?
Ew, no.
Oh, okay. Isn't that Caitlin Clark, that the basketball? It's like
No, I'm not basketball. I'm a football. I'm a Dallas Cowboy girl. I'm from Texas.
okay.
I wonder
Yeah.
why.
Excuse me?
I said, I wonder why.
Getting sassy over there?
Just talking about your ex.
Oh, he wasn't my ex. We just went on a couple of hangouts.
Okay.
He was my neighbor.
That's true. And the
He's talking about Troy Aikman, used to be my neighbor, and we were really good friends.
Oh, okay.
Really good friends. Stop it.
Oh yeah, just send me the info, man. I'd love to come. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll shoot you a message on Facebook. Yeah, I've got a little invite.
Yeah, I've got a couple of conventions we're going to. We're going to Baton Rouge and the very next week Shreveport for a horror convention and GeekCon. And I felt really stupid after I booked them because I was like, why did I book 2 conventions in the hottest month of the year in the most humid state in the country? But I did. So it'll be okay.
Busy. I always see you up at conventions and stuff.
Yeah, they're
we
always
do.
busy.
Yeah, we try to do 25 or 30 a year. Try to do a couple with Honey, trying to get more done. So
Yeah, nobody wants to pay me anything. They just want me to show up. I'm like, man, that's a long way.
Especially from
Long way.
Indiana.
Yeah, that's a
and
long way.
Ryan, you probably, I don't know if you've experienced this yet. It's just weird. People think you're just going to show up with no compensation for your travel, time, effort. I mean, and they may start doing it too if they haven't already. But I mean, geez, she's driving or flying from Indiana to wherever.
Yeah,
You
for
got to cover
days.
some
I have
of
to
that.
close my business. I have to bring my kid along. You know, it's not free.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's catching on. You've got something coming up in August we won't reveal yet.
Yes, let's hope it pans out. I'll
Okay.
need some guests when that.
Ryan, you'll be
when it
one of the
works out.
first to know.
I was gonna say you got me curious now. You got me.
We're going to shoot a pilot. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, fun. Well,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah. Maybe we'll show one of your movies on there.
Oh, that'd be cool. Actually, that's a really good idea.
Only if he
We'll
comes
do
and
it.
sits as a guest because he's just so cute.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
him on my stage.
Yep.
I will happily come.
Because we are looking to do the first couple events, Honey, right? Correct? Nashville, Knoxville area. Maybe if it works
Couple
out.
events.
You're the
The
if-
one that you and I are trying to put together,
Yes.
honey. Wherever we can figure out to do it for the right price and then get the
Oh
right
yes,
people there.
and definitely have him come and show some of his features, especially shorts. He could show several.
If we get to do that, oh my gosh, we get to have
That'd
some
be really
crazy
cool,
people
Ryan.
there. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, no, that'd
amazing.
be fun. We could do this in person. We could do.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be real fun.
And
awesome.
Ryan and I did work with Mason Studios.
I
on
thought
a
that
film
might
together.
come up in the Tomb Raider film. That was where I met you on.
It was it's right there on my wall. Croft, Legend of the Tomb Raider. And he was the lead. Honey, I'll send you the link.
Cool.
He was the lead bad guy. Your character name was
Bridge was the last name. Gosh, that was so long ago. That was like when I first started acting. So it's like I feel like I could do much better now with that.
Wow.
And me and Brandy were henchman woman 3 and 4 or something like that.
Cool. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What are you drinking? That doesn't look like your foo-foo girl drink today.
My same old foo-foo.
No, it ain't.
Ryan, I always have Tito's mango puree and lemonade. So very foo-foo.
I mean, but it
He's a girl
sounds
drink.
tasty. Yeah, it sounds tasty.
It is.
That's a punch.
So cool.
But I remember on that film, I don't know if did you know at the end that when you summon the warriors of past, that was also me and my wife.
Yes. Yeah, I saw it because you guys went and filmed that another time. Was that in Josh's house or something? Or
yeah, we did it on green screen.
Yeah.
I thought it turned out really well.
I did too. I was going to say the same thing. I had no idea how he was going to pull that off. Then I was like, huh, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. That was cool.
Because neither Sarah wasn't there either.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarah filmed her scenes separate from me and my wife.
Well, because I was there for that, because we filmed that outside in that field, and then he's cutting between that and then you guys on the green screen. But I mean, for what it is, I think it worked really well.
Yeah. And it's funny, because Sarah talked about how bruised and battered she was after filming. Mm-hmm. And it was because remember the blonde girl that was part of the team?
Yeah, they had that fight scene.
Yeah, the fight scene. Chris Powell, who trained Brandy how to wrestle. But she's this insanely badass girl that I've seen whoop men's asses in real life. But anyway, I said, hey, show her how to do a body slam. And she was like, okay. She just picked tiny Sarah up and just slammed her on the ground. I was like, no, like go through the motions and teach her. Don't just pick her up and drop her on her head.
Yeah.
So when we actually filmed it later, we just went through the motions, and Josh filmed it to where she didn't get slammed. Because I saw Sarah's face when Widow slammed her down. I was like, oh my, no. But anyway, it worked out okay.
It's a tiny little thing. I felt bad.
Yeah. And I do remember. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, are you doing some stage work at all right now?
I actually haven't done any theater since I graduated college, other than I used to do lighting. I worked at a theater out here in Bartlett, and I did lighting for concerts and plays. I would be open to it, but I just think it's such a time commitment, and you guys were talking about not getting paid for stuff. Yeah. Most of the stuff around here is community theater. You got to commit like 3 months to rehearse like several times a week. It's just, I don't really have the time for that right now.
That's okay.
Well, the Ruffin Theater in Covington is doing open casting for several things, and starting this Saturday, it's Rocky Horror.
Oh, fun!
Which
they're going to do a play.
They're doing a play at the Ruffin.
Oh wow, that'd be fun.
Historic Ruffin Theater, and I thought about maybe going and trying to be one of the background characters or something.
Cool.
Because with the wrestling is acting. Yeah. It's a physical acting.
Are you saying it's not real? You saying it's fake?
No, we've discussed this before, honey. Okay. If you want to get in the ring with Chris Powell.
I don't want Brandy to beat me up. She'll beat me up.
Okay, she'll beat you up a lot she'll be a lot easier on than Black Widow will, but I thought about going and doing it, and like you said, Brian, it's so time consuming. And I'm 50, and I'm like, man, we got to practice this again. I feel like it'd almost be going back to school or college, which I hated. Even though I went for 12 years and have 3 degrees that I don't use. I always hated school. So yeah, I agree with you on the theater thing. It's a lot of time and effort. I used to work in theater in high school, but I did like building sets and painting. I didn't, but.
Yeah, I didn't like theater for that purpose too. I got bored after a while. It's like after about the 20th rehearsal, like, okay, what's next? I've done that already.
And then when the play's over, it's done. With a movie, at least, it's like you have something you can
Yeah.
show people, and
Yeah.
it's on.
And you can cut if you mess up. You can try it 4 or 5 different ways, and like it splashes it all together, and it looks dang good, and you got it forever. It's like, yeah, this works. I like that. So you got any projects coming up that old ladies can be in?
I just might. Actually, we're writing a little web series right now, a 3-part web series we want to shoot this year. And I'm really excited about that. I think we're in the development stage right now, but like soon we're going to be casting and looking at that. So if you're looking to be in something, maybe we can talk.
Yeah, I'm always ready to try to do some more work. Absolutely.
But I have to get you to leave Indiana, unfortunately.
Oh, honey, all you do is say, get down here.
Okay.
I'm gone.
We'll
I'm tired of Indiana. I'm tired of Indiana. It's boring here. People are bored.
Come to Nashville, honey.
You know me. I'm always saying, where are we going? I'm bored. Let's go somewhere. I'm lonely and bored, and this place is getting on my nerves. I got to get out of here.
Well, maybe, do you think Hannah would be okay if you guys moved to Nashville?
Hannah wants to move. Ooh, we should fix him up with Hannah. They'd make a cute couple.
I believe he's spoken for.
I just started matchmaking out in the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was on a dating show. I didn't know I was.
I believe he's spoken for, if I'm not mistaken.
Not right now. So.
Not okay. Well,
right. He's single.
Well,
Hannah's pretty. She's a sweetheart. She's
and
a good
very
girl.
smart.
Very smart. Good girl. Yep. Honor student at Kelly.
Sorry,
I'm advertising right now. Honor student at Kelly School of Business. She's a pretty girl. Brown hair, brown eyes.
Yeah, you're seeing pretty grandbabies. I know what you're seeing.
I am. I'm seeing the best looking grandbabies you ever saw right there. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. I diverse. So anyway. I'd make a great mother-in-law. See, I'd help you with your business. We'd make movies.
Oh, you're really selling hard here.
I babysit grandbabies. I change diapers. I cook.
Oh my goodness.
Got you.
That's spiraling out of control, Ryan.
Oh, okay. All right,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pull me back in. Pull me back in.
Oh, so you said you got the web series you're working on. Now
Yes.
I wanted to go back to you were saying, like, I mean, just looking at some of the things you've done, and I've looked at some of it. I see a lot, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes here, but I do all these horror conventions, and I know a lot of horror people, and they do a lot of crowdfunding for these movies, and they always seem to get fully funded. Now, my issue is, and a lot of these movies are not very good, and I don't like the way they're filmed, and I don't, honey, look, it is. I'm sorry. I have to warn you, cat alert.
Cat alert.
Oh, hey.
Beat it, Jack.
Happens every time.
Every time, dude. So, what, Jack?
See, Ryan, we have fun on here. It's low key, low stress.
What I was getting to, Ryan, was like, I don't want you to give one of these secrets, but the way I don't know what kind of camera you're using or the angle or the lighting, but your stuff seems really well made. And I'm talking about, I see films made with pretty big name horror actors and actresses that are doing kind of these low budget films that they just kind of print out. I like the quality of the film. I mean, the acting and everything else is great, but I'm talking about just the quality of the film. Is there any secret behind that?
Well, the number one secret, I guess, is I've been very lucky to work with some really talented, like, directors of photography. I'll just name drop a few. Jason Thibodeau in Memphis, he did a lot of my earlier movies, worked with him several times. Recently, like Bloodline that we just released, that was shot by Jared Callen, who I believe is like, he's just a pro. He's so good. And like the team of him and Mike Griggs, he does like lighting, and he's also a DP too, but they just take their time with each shot. And it's really, I guess it really is the time, I think, that makes the biggest difference, because I've been in a lot of indie sets where they're just run and gun. And I think the perfect balance is what you want to achieve, because like, yeah, you have a limited budget, limited time, so you need to keep the pace moving, but also you want to take enough time to care about each frame, because it's all important. And like what I'm trying to achieve with my indie stuff is I want it to look as professional as possible. So if somebody watches it, that I am on that level. And so they'll like, I can hire him and trust him to deliver like a professional product. So I would say time is a big thing. I think a lot of people don't take the time they should to make it look just right. But also I know camera quality does help. We just shot Takeout in LA, the action comedy film that I shot. The DP on that, his name is Adam Grau. And I actually do Kung Fu with him in LA. That's how I met him. And I found out he did that. It was like a small world thing, but we shot it on a red Komodo, and it was a really nice camera, and just it looked awesome. I'm really excited for you to see that. I think you'll like the choreography in that one because there's I'll spoil a little bit for you, but I got to do this like it's almost like wrestling-esque. I like pick up this guy and throw him, and it ended up looking pretty sweet. I'm excited for you to see it.
Cool.
And I did see, I sent you the information. I don't know if she's reached out to you, to Katie Kinman that I met at Natural Horror. And she showed me like a fight sequence she did. And she filmed our booth and made this video of it. And she's kind of like you. She just graduated from acting school in Cincinnati. And she's all about it. She likes doing all of it. But she says she thinks she's kind of leaning towards the stunts, which is really cool. But back to what I was saying, it's just the quality of your film. Like I was, a good friend of mine I was talking to today, and I was like, told her I was doing who I was interviewing and doing the podcast with Honey tonight, and I showed her the trailer for Bloodline. And she said, "Oh shit, when's that come out? That looks great. When's it come out in the theater?" She goes, "When's that come out in the theater? That looks really good." So congrats, man.
Thank you. That's the biggest compliment. That's so nice.
Cool. So awesome. I can't wait to see some of this. Where's it at? Where do I see it at? Is it on YouTube or where?
On YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, I can find them on YouTube?
So you can just look up Blue Lion Pictures on YouTube, or I have a website, bluelionpictures.com.
Okay. And you have links there where I can go watch them?
Yes, if you go to the website, all my films are linked that are out right now.
Cool. Yeah, I saw them all listed on IMDb, but I didn't know if you had to have like CD or if they were on like Netflix or something. I didn't know where they were.
Well, right now, all I've done is the short films. So those are all on the internet. And I kind of think I've done a little bit of the festival thing, and I'm not totally knocking the festival thing, but I'm going to start leaning, I think, more to just straight to online content, at least with the shorts, because like it's just so much money to make it, to submit it to these festivals. It's just so expensive. And then nobody really sees it. And it's like, I want people to see what I'm making, because I think that will make more of a difference than like a crowd of 20 people at some film festival nobody's ever heard of, like watching this thing. So I think I'm going to, in the next year, I'm going to have a like really strong like online push and see if that does anything for me.
Cool. Oh, what about Roku and those kind of places? Can't you get do a thing on there where you can show your work? Somebody told me that recently.
I think so. There's this, like, I know there's like Tubi. A lot of the filmmakers, they put stuff on Tubi.
It's on Tubi.
Those streaming services.
Yeah.
That's where I see all the really badly made movies is on Tubi. How did this get on Tubi?
I think that's
Like, I could make a movie with my cell phone better than some of these movies. And that's what I was saying. Your production value and the cameras and the lighting looks so much better than some of these horror movies with fairly big name actors in it.
We got 10 minutes. You better ask your questions.
All right, that's okay. All right, you ready, Ryan?
I fire away.
So Bruce Lee. Here comes Jack again. Bruce.
All right. Well, while Jack is doing his thing, I'm going to show him how cute my daughter is. Look, isn't she pretty? See, that's Mama and my baby girl right there. Ain't she pretty?
Very pretty.
She'll kill me.
So,
she knew I did that. She'd kill me.
Oh yeah, Hannah's going to be so mad at you.
She's at work. She doesn't know what I'm up to.
She doesn't even watch these, does she?
No.
She doesn't watch anything. Well, good. She'll never.
It's like, oh, it's Mom. Mom again doing something. It's Mom. Mom, where's dinner? Mom, cook. Mom, fix my button. Mom, drive us somewhere. She didn't care any about this.
So Ryan, Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee are legendary in martial arts and action films, and they almost become mythical because they both died so early, you know. So on that note, who would win between Tamok's character in Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon and Dalton, Patrick Swayze's character from Roadhouse?
Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, hands down.
Wait, how did you go from that fun fact to like? Okay, well, my money is on Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That's a
Yeah,
no-brainer right
the
there.
Last Dragon. I think you're saying between Roadhouse, right? Patrick Swayze and
Dalton and Bruce Leroy. Who would win?
I mean, did you see the end of that when he gets those magic powers and he's like glowing? I mean, Patrick Swayze was good. Yeah, exactly. But he didn't have any magic powers, so I would give that to Bruce Leroy.
But he had a hell of a heart now. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. I got real quick. I went to a 80s action movie trivia night at the Crosstown Brewery last week, and I was so mad they asked what was the name of the bar in Roadhouse, and I forgot. And I was so, and then they were like, "Oh, it's the Double Deuce," and I was like, "Damn it!" It's like such a cool name, but like I totally blanked on that.
And Red, the automotive store owner in the movie Red, his real name was Red something, but he was from Memphis.
Oh, that was Red West.
Red West.
Yep.
And my chair is sinking. I got too excited. But anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the first weekend in November. We were going to get a booth there, and they sold out really quick. But we're thinking about going because Bruce Leroy is going to be there.
Oh wow!
So I'm definitely I'm pretty stoked about going to meet him because I saw he actually looks younger. I'm 50. I think he's damn near 60, and he looks 10 years younger than me. Like he looks amazing.
So, but
have you seen him lately?
Huh?
Have you seen Bruce Leroy lately?
No, but Cape Girardeau is not that far from here, right? That's just like what, an hour and a half. Something.
I think about 2.
Okay.
So I'm definitely me and Brandy are definitely going. I got to meet this guy because I remember going to see that movie in the theater in 84, 5, 6, whenever it came out, and there was like 30 kids. As soon as the movie was over, we were all out front of the movie theater, freaking kung fu fighting, like spinning, chopping, just beating the hell out of each other. It was really cool.
The movie's awesome. Yeah, and I love the soundtrack. It has a great soundtrack.
Yes. And all right, so another question, if you're ready. And this, honey, you can answer this too. What's your favorite 80s/90s action franchise?
Oh, franchise.
You already know mine.
Well, I love
I think it's 80s.
I was going to say I'm trying to get the years right, but I like the Rambo movies, like First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3. Were those all 80s, or I don't remember when First Blood came out.
There may have been I think it was 82. It was the first one. And then maybe 85, and then maybe something like that. Okay. Great movies though. Great movies.
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome. Yeah.
And the first one, First Blood, I tell it right, it's a Christmas movie.
Wait, that one too? Not just Die Hard. First Blood's also.
No, but it does happen during Christmas.
Yeah. No, it's Stallone's one of my favorite actors, so that's I think why I'm partial to that.
Yeah, I see your Balboa productions there.
Yes, I had to represent today.
That's cute.
I've done a few of these, and I always wear the same shirt. I always wear my Blue Lion shirt, and I was like, I gotta wear something different today. Because then it will look like I'm doing all these things on the same day. I need to have some variety in my wardrobe.
Ah, nice. I didn't wear anything cool today, just a tank top. I'm boring.
God, just a sexy black dress. So that's not cool.
No, not today. That's when I'm at the conventions.
That's
hey, I'm still rocking it for an old lady. I'm 60 and I'm still wearing sexy dresses. So what am I gonna say?
As per your lines of men at the shows that we go to, yes, you still rocking it, girl. Don't worry.
I'm hanging in there.
Real quick, I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever seen Jim Cotta?
Jim Cotta?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, look up. It's Gymkata. It's Jim Cotta. It was actual gold medalist in Olympics from the early 80s, and they did a kung fu movie based on it. But anyway, one last question for you.
Okay.
This Jack, you've never done this before. Your favorite villain of all time in a martial arts or action movie?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like anytime anyone asks me something like this, I forget every movie I've ever seen. I mean, okay, well, I'm Stallone is on my brain right now, so I'm gonna say Apollo Creed, if you count him as the antagonist, is he's charming. And I'm thinking 80s movies, but
Honey, do you have a favorite?
Well, I'm
Evil?
boring. I'm boring. I love Catwoman.
Okay.
that's a great choice. Yeah. Oh, I guess that, yeah, there's superhero villains too. There's so many fun ones.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doctor Doom.
Oh, wow.
Pretty wild.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I hate that people are so mad about that. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I
He's
think
gonna
it'll
be
be
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
He's
He's
awesome.
also going to play T'Challa in the next Black Panther movie.
He's good in everything. So we've got 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes. See, all the fun came and went.
Yeah, that flew by.
Yeah, we always have
I
a good
love
time.
Bolo Young, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome. He's so good. Because he
Not
was
the best actor, but man, he was intimidating.
Yeah, because he Enter the Dragon and Bloodsport. And then he was in several others too. But like, yeah, I like Bloodsport. That movie's a lot
That
of
is
fun.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
I like all his movies.
He does the splits in every movie for absolutely no reason.
I think he's got plenty of reasons, and they're called All the Women Watching.
Okay. You got us on that.
All
All right, so
guys.
Ryan, just thank you, honey, again for having me co-host.
I'm so glad you did.
Ryan, you just want to recap what's coming up?
Real fast. You got 1 minute, honey.
Okay, great. Thank you both for having me on.
Thank you.
I got Takeout, an action comedy short film on Blue Line Pictures is coming out in September, hopefully. And then we're working on a web series that we're shooting this year, coming out next year.
Sounds fantastic. Well, you're awesome and amazing, and I appreciate you. It's taking the time so much to come on to my show. And Bronson, as always, I love you, and Brandy, and you're the best. And well, I hope to meet you in person someday, Ryan.
Yes, honey, let's set it up.
I'd love it. And I want to see you guys too.
And I'm guessing she'll be bringing Hannah along too.
Right? Well, if Ryan's going to be there,
I won't complain about that.
All right. See, I'm a good matchmaker. I told you. All right. Well, love you guys.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
All right, guys. Love you. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you, Ryan.
Until next time, God bless. Have a good evening. Bye.
God bless.